As the countdown continues to a crucial European night under the lights, Rangers have been rocked by a significant development that threatens to disrupt their preparations for tomorrow's Champions League qualifier against Panathinaikos. With a valuable lead in hand and the stakes higher than ever, Russell Martin's side were hoping for a smooth build-up to their trip to Athens. Instead, they've been forced to confront an unexpected obstacle that could impact their momentum at the worst possible time. With a place in the next round, and potentially a route back to Europe's top table on the line, the timing of this latest setback couldn't be more frustrating. It's a blow that may alter the manager's game plan, and it's one that could test the depth of the squad in one of the most intense atmospheres they'll face this season. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers will not sanction another loan deal for out-of-favour midfielder Jose Cifuentes this summer, amid several notes of interest in a permanent switch. The Ecuadorian has been told that he has no future at Ibrox and is one of several players that Russell Martin is looking to trim from his squad. Reports in Brazil on Tuesday morning suggested that Sport Recife are in talks over a potential loan agreement. But RFC News understands that is not the case after clubs in Europe and America made contact regarding a move for Cifuentes this summer. No deal has yet been agreed to end his Ibrox career. RFC News can reveal that the club will only sanction a permanent exit for the 26-year-old after previous temporary stints at Brazilian outfit Cruzeiro and in Greece with Aris Thessalonic. Cifuentes still has 2 seasons to run on the long-term deal that he agreed when he arrived from Los Angeles FC during Michael Beale's summer in charge. The former boss backed Cifuentes to take his side to the next level, but the move has proven to be another costly mistake in the transfer market. And Rangers are now looking to cash in on Cifuentes and remove him from the wage bill as work continues to remodel the squad that Martin inherited from Philippe Clement. RFC News reported on Monday evening that Ross McCausland was set to be reunited with former teammates Connor Goldson and Leon Balogun in Cyprus. McCausland has agreed a loan switch to Aris Limassol and will follow Robin Proper out of the club after he completed his return to FC Twente over the weekend. Rangers will also look to do deals for the likes of Ben Davies and Matondo this summer. Martin remains in the market for further recruits, and it is understood that a move for Spurs wonder kid Mikey Moore is in the pipeline to provide another attacking option following the arrival of JD Gassama. Boss Thomas Frank was asked about Moore on Tuesday morning and confirmed he would sanction a loan switch for the 17-year-old. Rangers will have no option or obligation on the agreement should the switch be finalised. It is very important, Frank said. Mikey is a big talent. I'm really excited about his future here at Spurs. I think for all players, but especially younger players, they need consistent first-team football into their bodies. I think if we can find the right option, we will do that. Now, in a huge Champions League blow, Rangers look set to contend with a double injury blow as they gear up for a pivotal Champions League second qualifying round second leg against Panathinaikos tomorrow night. Russell Martin's side head to Athens, holding a valuable 2-0 lead, courtesy of 2 brilliant second-half goals from Finley Curtis and JD Gassama in last week's first leg at Ibrox. The Scottish Giants now stand on the cusp of progressing to the third qualifying round, where a clash with either Victoria Plzen or Servette awaits. At stake is not only a place closer to the Champions League group stage, but also the security of at least a Conference League berth should they fall short later in the process. However, their preparations for the decisive trip to Greece have been marred by the absence of 2 key players from the final training session. Telo Arsgaard and forward Hamza Egerman were both missing as the squad trained for the last time before flying out to Athens. Arsgaard, a £3.5 million summer signing from Luton Town, had been battling to recover from an injury sustained during a pre-season friendly against Dunfermline on July 15. Martin was hopeful the 23-year-old Norwegian would be fit in time, but the latest signs suggest he won't be involved. As for Igaman, the Moroccan forward has been dealing with a strain picked up during his cameo in the first leg victory over Panathinaikos. He missed the weekend's friendly draw against Middlesbrough, and with his pre-season already disrupted by visa delays, appears unlikely to feature in Thursday's encounter. His situation is further complicated by growing transfer speculation, with Rennes, Lille, Feyenoord and Everton all reportedly monitoring his availability. The Greek side aren't without problems of their own. Right back Georgios Vagianidis will serve a suspension after being sent off at Ibrox, while midfielder Emmanuel Siopis is expected to miss out with a back injury. With both clubs feeling the strain, the stage is set for a tense and potentially fiery showdown in Athens. In other news, Jack Butland accepts it hasn't been smooth sailing at Rangers, and he is determined to make amends by proving his worth under Russell Martin. The goalkeeper impressed in his first year at Ibrox, but some unconvincing performances last season saw him lose his place in the starting 11 to Liam Kelly. He was reinstated for the final 2 Scottish Premiership games and started Martin's first pre-season friendly against Club Brugge, despite suggestions the former England #1 could be replaced in the squad. Has it been smooth sailing, my time at the club? Not for me personally, and for all of us. It's not been quite as successful as we'd like it to have been, the 32-year-old said. I didn't walk away from the season thinking, although some people like to try and make those stories up, that's the end of it. I was very determined that I will determine how my career goes here. Obviously, things can be taken out of your hands at times, but I was very adamant in the summer that regardless of what happens, what managerial changes, ownership changes, that I was going to come in and be the best version of myself, and at least give myself the opportunity to have control of what happens next. I hope I've managed to do that. I certainly feel fit, sharp and positive, and looking forward to the season ahead with a club where I want to be. I never once looked away from it and thought I need to change or get out. I need to keep my head up, stick my chest out and get on with it. Butland looked back to his best as he produced a string of crucial saves in the first leg of their Champions League qualifier against Panathinaikos, meaning they take a 2-0 lead to Athens on Wednesday. That's what you live for, he added. That's why people think we're mad, because you can go through those times where you have those mistakes which can happen, and all the stress and all the ridicule and everything that comes with it. You do also have the opportunity to make really positive impact, and it is something I've always believed I can do, and I have done at this club. I didn't go into that game Tuesday night thinking, I need to make a point. I generally felt in a position and feel about my game that I can just let the game come to me, and just felt really good about the outcome of the game. I knew I just felt like it was going to be a good game for us, for me, because I feel like I've got that confidence back. You don't want to say the word swagger, it's quite cheesy, but I feel like I've got that belief back and knew it was going to be a good night regardless. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.